Hello, Cancer. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to your new moon in Leo message. Well, Cancer, Leo is your second house. So this new moon cycle is shining a light on your finances, really. Second house is all, if you're a Leo or a Cancer rising anyway, second house is all about your immediate family and the values that they instill in you and how those values translate into how you treat your possessions, the food that you put into your body, the material necessities that you require to support yourself. So money, possessions, values. Sounds exciting. That is exciting. So I'm eager to see your cards, Cancer. So let's get into it. Apologize for the delay. Yeah, everything on the farm has been so busy, and honestly, I haven't had a lot of energy for readings, but I'm happy to finish this new moon series. And I have been having a blast on the farm, so speaking of food. Second house new moon. So this will have the flavor of Leo to it. So you're going to want to add some spice and some drama and some creative flair to the things that you eat, to the ways that you are investing. You want to make it fun. The Eight of Wands, interesting. This is a theme. This is a theme that's playing out. There's a lot of how do I word this? Passionate messages being shared. Anyway, Eight of Wands is your first card. And like I said, passionate, fast information is one way to look at it. This card is Mercury in Sagittarius. It is the first decan of Sagittarius, ruled by Mercury. Oh, sorry, I had to crack my back. Yeah, so this is about the meaning and conveying what we see about a situation, conveying our meaning that we gather from a situation and what we see about a situation, how we perceive that situation. This can also be fanatic. Yeah, this can be fanatic speech, dogmatism, or just being extremely passionate about whatever subject it is that you're talking about. I love it, Cancer. Crossing the Eight of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune! Cancer, did you know Jupiter is exalted in your sign? Jupiter loves being in Cancer. So this is interesting. It came out reversed though, but I will say that Jupiter will expand everything and anything that it touches, good and bad. So be cautious. Yeah, be cautious about who and what you're slinging, or who you're slinging arrows at, and what it is that you're saying exactly. But one thing I have learned from studying Vedic astrology is that when Jupiter can't give blessings, he will still protect. So oftentimes people will go through periods in life or special Jupiter transits where you would expect lots of gifts from Jupiter. But sometimes if Jupiter is hemmed in by other planets, let's say, or he's busy elsewhere, It's because he's protecting you. He can't bring you those gifts because he's protecting you. So this is never really necessarily a bad thing, although Jupiter transiting your first house could make you gain weight, but like I said, Jupiter will expand everything, but it could be a protective influence. Who knows? It's hard to say. It's only the second card. Another way you could read this is that you've done this game before. You've played this game before. You've said these patterns are repeating. Main influence. Princess of Swords reversed. That's kind of savage. You've done this game before. You've played this game before. This is either you or somebody around you, but they are dishonest. They are backstabbing. They do not stand for truth and justice, or they're spies. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. All right, Cancer, what's going on here? So strengthening the Princess of Swords reverse is the Queen of Swords. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Oh. So you literally have somebody watching you. Literally. Not to scare you. Like a mother-daughter duo, or a mentor and their student. This could be the same person coming off in two different ways. Or this could be your psychological drive, the Princess of Swords reversed, meaning that you could be feeling really wishy-washy, not being sure of your own boundaries, not being decisive. You could actually be lying and manipulating people. Maybe not. I don't think so. It's always a possibility, but yeah, and then this is either a supportive, stabilizing influence, showing you how to be more decisive, leading the way in how to negotiate. Like this Eight of Wands energy is really excitable energy. Crossed by the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So excited it could be explosive. Or like your mouth has gotten you in trouble in the past. Anyway. Yeah. So it could be that this is somebody outside of you that's assisting you right now in turning this around so that you are more decisive and you are more straightforward in your approaches, rather than shooting a million arrows off and hoping that like spray and pray. Like spray and pray. This could be somebody helping you literally aim and conserve bullets, so to speak. The Seven of Cups reversed is an influence that's weakening this. So that's interesting. The Seven of Cups is well, on one hand, it's a deep, passionate bonding that absolutely requires trust before that bonding and that merging can occur. But it often, and a yearning, an absolutely deep soul yearning for that. However, it often comes across as trying to fill a void or control and be obsessive about love or about your emotional needs to the point where you push people away or scare them away. Reversed, it's like leaving those obsessive and compulsive patterns behind or beginning to fill that void. Well, not or, and, and beginning to fill that void from a divine source rather than from outside people. And how that is working into this Princess of Swords reversed, well, leaving these patterns behind allows you to become more confident. So that's a good thing. Continue, please, because that will help you turn this around to be more sure of yourself, to be more sure of how you present yourself and what your own worth and value is. Oh, that's how it ties back in. Gotcha. Okay, the next two cards are what you're aware of and what you're unaware of, and then after that, potential future outcome, and then the secret of the High Priestess. So, what are you aware of? Hierophant reversed. You are in fact aware of the fact that you are not able to value yourself currently, or you don't value yourself currently. There's this is the major arcana for Taurus, and we are talking second house new moon here, so this makes perfect sense that these kinds of things are coming up. So you are currently aware of the fact that there's this either this monetary value that you're just not able to obtain currently, or more on a deeper level, really, there's values that have been misaligned, and it's directly from family influence. What are you not aware of right now? The Hangman reversed. I hate getting reversals in the Black Pillar. Oh man. Anyway, so you're not aware of the fact that this is a very deep and internal underworld cycle that you are on right now. There could be an aspect of addiction lurking in the shadows in your subconscious, but to me, I feel like you are beginning to actually work through that. Interesting. Addiction and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. This can be an addiction to gambling easily. Sagittarius are known gamblers. I'm talking to Cancer, but you know what I mean. Anyway, okay. This is a really deep card. It has a lot of really intense meanings. Really, this is the shamanic descent. This is the shamanic journey into the underworld. What I'm getting from these two, this pair here, is that this a real sense of value, a real sense of worth, because those wounds are so deep-seated, they come from such a deep and early place. They won't be reflected on the outside in a stable and consistent fashion until you have gone through the underworld descent, until you have gone into those wounds, maybe even by getting somebody to do some past life regression with you, or some internal family systems type therapy or something. There's something that is either deep in your ancestral line that you're dealing with right now, that's coming around this lifetime for you to deal with. like deep ancestral, or it's a more recent thing. I mean, really, if it's a more recent pattern, it's mirroring deep ancestral trauma. So, wow, I have chills. Basically, what I'm trying to say is there's some heavy things, Cancer, that you're experiencing right now, and they're not everything that you're going through is being reflected in the cards, but the surface issues are, and that's enough to show me or help me sense really the deeper stuff that's happening. Okay, so this lack of self-confidence and lack of decision making ability, like I was saying, it definitely is coming from a more personal, private area. It's not something that you're going to be able to delve into with a general reading on YouTube, but it's either past life stuff coming up or something from your direct ancestral line coming up that you will need to deal with if you want to, lead a fulfilling and happy life. Potential future outcome, temperance reversed. God damn it. What the fuck, man? So, I'm gonna pull the last card. Oh, okay. All right. Potential future outcome, temperance. You're going to have to learn how to find beauty. You're going to need to balance these energies within you, within yourself. And you won't be able to get here to this point of the reunification. Okay, so that's something important, right? Temperance, Sagittarius, this is the point of reunification. But before you can get to this point where we take these two elements that we've separated down into their component pieces, purified, and then bring them back together. Before you get to that bring it back together part, you have to separate the pieces and boil them down to their essential ingredients first. So you need to go through the boiling down process, and it's not something that you have been wanting to do. Probably avoiding it like the plague. Wow. The things that we say, hey, wow. After a year and a bit of this whole global situation, avoiding it like the plague. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. Anyway, Jesus. I'm sorry, Cancer. I'm sorry. Get yourself together, Kaylee. Fuck. Okay. So you've been avoiding sitting with yourself and avoiding being with yourself. So much so that you've been absolutely preoccupied by making sure that everybody else knows what you're thinking and everybody else, like you're talking with everybody else and going down crazy rabbit holes, trying to find the truth, trying to find the meaning to all of this. What is the meaning? But you're going in circles ultimately. You're going in circles because you do already know what you need to do. There is somebody that is being supportive of that deeper journey. And perhaps up until now, as I said before, you've been not able to dive deep or been avoiding diving deep by spreading your attention outside of you. But now you've come to a point where there's a severe lack inside and you're finally able to see it. So now is the time for you, Cancer, to go within, to go on the hangman's journey, to not fear it, so that you can finally get to the point of reintegration of all of the pieces of yourself that have been fragmented by these past situations, by these past traumas. But you can't get there until you start. Right. And the last card, the Secret of the High Priestess, is not a major arcana, so it has to remain a secret for now. Cancer. Use Jupiter to your advantage right now, and my biggest advice would be to turn some of this fiery, passionate energy that you have inwards. All right? Okay. Have a wonderful month, and I hope that you are able to dive into some family trauma and wounding and do a bit of healing this month. Okay. Peace.